Well, here we go again. It's time to try to grind out another victory on a stupidly hard level. So I'm just gonna sit here, no cuts, just talk about me. And if I beat the level, then I beat the level. And if I don't, after a half hour or so, then we'll try again some other time. So, I'm recording this on Friday. And yesterday, this is where I want to start. Yesterday was the hardest, most stressful day I've had in years. It was so unpleasant. But we got through it. So I took my mom to a senior center for the first time yesterday. To be clear, that's not the same as like a home. You know, they don't. It's just a place for seniors to go and socialize and be active. You know, being looked after by experts for 5 hours? 5 hours twice a week? Well, 4.5 hours twice a week. So it's gotta be something really good for her. But boy, just dropping her off, and they were very adamant that I could not be involved. They were taking over while she's there. I couldn't, oh, bummer. I couldn't show up to check on her. I couldn't call her. I couldn't stay there and watch. It was all, I had to pass off the reins to somebody I don't know, and boy, that freaked me out. So for 4.5 hours yesterday, I worked really hard at staying as busy as possible so I wouldn't just sit at home and freak out all day. 'Cause man, it was hard, but it went well, and we're going to be doing it twice a week, every week, but you know, it doesn't make it easy. I suspect this level would be a lot easier with the lag I used to have. I mean, most levels are easier. Why don't I have a stupider computer now anymore? I mean, okay, so I think I really have to go fast here, so I have time to mess everything up there. So I spent the day yesterday, well, what I told myself was I couldn't just sit on the couch and do all my usual work, or I couldn't do all the housework I need to do, and I couldn't work on my game design. No, I'm too slow. I needed to actually take the time. Why is the camera so blue today? I think it's just very blue outside today. It kind of is. There's lots of clouds. Alright, well, that's okay. That's what I get for using natural lighting. It's just the colors are going to shift every time. So, I got my hair cut, because that was something I was putting off. I made an appointment to get my eyes checked, because that's something I've been putting off. I went for a walk, because that's something I haven't done in a long time. But I was doing things to take care of myself, because, as I've talked about, I'm so bad at taking care of myself these days. And since, for 4.5 hours, somebody else was going to take care of my mom, that means I had time to take care of myself, I guess. I ate a nice big lunch. Just made a big lunch for myself. That was weird. I don't cook for just myself very much. If I'm just trying to feed myself, I'll have cereal or something from the freezer that I can just pop in the oven or with the microwave, or like a pizza. But hey, it's what I gotta do to take care of myself. Speaking of, I have been seeing a new doctor lately, adjusting some of my medication, my crazy head medication, but also my very not user-friendly stomach medication. So I should be healthier now, maybe, with new medication. We'll see, but we're in the process of adjusting everything. She suspects I'm bipolar, which is news to me. I never realized I spent my whole life exhibiting bipolar symptoms, but apparently I did. So, okay. If that's what it is, then let's take care of it the way it is, It doesn't matter what category, what classification, what words people want to use to describe whatever category I fall into. If there's medication that helps, I'm gonna take it. I mean, helps my life, not helps with whatever people say is normal, I don't care about being quote-unquote normal. That'll be the fun of that. And also nobody is. So So that's interesting, but like I said, we're just starting that process. That's pretty unfun as well. Seeing a new doctor and answering questions and trying out new medications that are going to mess with my mood, because they always do, or mess with my stomach. That's what I'm going through these days. One medication messing with my stomach and another messing with my mood, and we'll see what happens. But fortunately, it hasn't been bad so far. Okay, come on. I do not know how to do that fast enough without... That just seems like it made it impossible. It's like a Kaizo Mario difficulty, you know? Where a human being just should not be expected to accomplish. Okay, so that's, you know, so that was my day yesterday. That's the big update. But things are going really well for my mom right now. She has that senior center. She has a companion who comes once a week. She has an aide that comes in 2 or 3 times a week. So she is being taken care of really nicely, which means it's a little bit of stress off of me. But, you know, I'm still there and involved for all of it except for the senior center, which they told me very specifically I could not. It's hard. I am obsessively I'm an obsessive perfectionist, and I don't like, you know, one of the reasons I wanted to be the one to take care of my mom full time was because I didn't trust anybody else to do as good a job as I could. Well, other than my sister Helen, who's a nurse. You know, but the 3 of us all live together. She certainly helps. So, because one person could not take care of her all alone. But I'm the one that does it full time. Yeah, and so now to say, nope, I can't do as good a job as these couple of people can do for a few hours. That's hard. I don't like doing that. But, you know, that gives me a little bit of time to, going too slowly again, to take care. Is there a secret passage somewhere or something to make this easier? Or can I actually run across these even though I thought I couldn't? No, it just doesn't work. It's just... It's not a Mario game. You can't run across one-wide gaps. As much as you might need to. I just don't see how what they designed up there is doable. I have basically a 1-block space that's safe to jump. And if I jump a little too early, I'm dead. If I jump a little too late, I'm dead. If I jump a little too high, I'm dead. If I jump a little too low, I'm dead. So it's not doable. And since it's just 1 block, I don't... Anyway. So my game design work is going really well. I'm sure, because you watch my videos, I'm sure you've seen the unboxing video of the prototype. I'm very excited. So I have a print and play game that is still available and will be. I plan on never taking it down. It's just a smaller version. Or it's not even smaller. It's just this pretty version of the same game. So this is the print and play game. You can't even see. Camera, come on, focus. Thank you. And I like it. I think it's really good. I have my little set over here where I was testing the deck lists, and I'm really happy with them. And then I have the prototype of the finished version over here somewhere. Which is really... Well, what I need to do now, this week, is I need to take a lot of pictures and videos. I need to record a how to play video for the store page for the finished game. But the store page is going to link to the print and play version. I mean, like I said, I'm not... If you don't want to buy the game, you can just print it and play it. Why not? I don't care. I'm not here trying to make money. That's not my goal for these games. That would just be a bonus for any game design. Okay. I'm just trying to make games that I want to play, and if other people want to play them too, then I'm trying to make them available to those people in some form or another, in any form I can get my hands on, I guess. So what I'm working on right now is updating the print and play version so that the cards, the wordings match the final version quite a bit more. So pretty soon I'm going to be uploading the version 0.2 of the print and play game, with updated wordings, and also the decks and the updated rules as well. And the decks will be defined, which they aren't right now. Dang it. So I'm actually really excited about that, and this is the sort of work that I just really enjoy, going through a game. I'm designing one card at a time, making adjustments one card at a time. I just really enjoy it. I don't know. And there are 90 cards. How many unique cards are there in that game? 7 times 6? Something like that. There must be some jumping technique that I'm not aware of to make that possible, but it's not really the time to experiment, is it? Because it takes so long to get there. And we need to make every attempt count, because it's going to take a million of them. I think I just need to jump more quickly. Yeah, so that's really exciting. So I need to get all of my video game videos recorded ahead of time this weekend, so I have time to record a how to play video with my prototype cards over here. I am a little nervous. I've never done that before, so I'm a little nervous about it, but whatever. I am so much more comfortable in front of the camera than almost anybody who puts games on Kickstarter. They always look so awkward. I mean, I used to be really awkward on the camera too. It helps that I was always on the camera with a video game to play, so I could just focus on that. But now it's no problem. I can sit in front of the camera and talk, and because I have years of experience doing that, it's not a big deal to me. So that is, when I eventually get to Kickstarter, that is one advantage I will have over other people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. There was somebody who recently did a Kickstarted a game who has a regular YouTube channel, and I've watched some of his videos. Actually, his video about, I'm gonna link to it in the, I can link to it on the end screen, sure, if I can find it. His history of Legend of the Five Rings is such a compelling video. Him talking so passionately about that game, understanding why the community behind that game used to be so passionate. It's great, but he did a Kickstarter. He Kickstarted a game. He's a game designer. He has worked on actual real games. He's not a game designer like I am, where it's just something I do for fun. He's a game designer for a living. But yeah, he made lots of videos to go along with the campaign, and he was always really charming and comfortable on camera, and it's the way it should be. I feel like you should be accessible. You know, one of the reasons I put my face in these videos is because I want to be a person. I want to be accessible as a person for you who are watching me play video games. And I feel like I should be the same way on a Kickstarter. I should be accessible as a person. I'm not a company. I'm not some cold, heartless, money-making machine that's just trying to get your cash. I'm a person, and I'm doing something that I love to do. And if you want to support me, then that's great. Maybe I should talk about Kickstarter a little bit. And yeah, doing that with being on video, that's the best way to do it. So I've decided there are multiple tiers to publishing my games. And before this year, I'd only ever reached the first tier, which was to print out a copy on my printer to play myself, which isn't really publishing, you know? But that's all I've ever done for years and years and years, until this year. This year, I made a couple print and play games, and I have one more that's almost done. I've just been working on something else. So I need to get that done. But yeah, that's tier 2, just, you know, putting my games out there for free for other people who want to print them out and play themselves. Why not? It's very happy. It's hardly taken off, but I wouldn't expect it to. It's just out there. That's the point. You know, it's just a start. And then the third tier would be actually making my games available to buy through, like, Game Crafter, which is what I'm going to do, or some other print-on-demand service. It's not really getting it published. It's, I was too slow there somehow. It's, but it's a for sale copy. That's the point. And then the fourth tier. So I'm going to do that this year. That's my goal. hopefully within a month. My brother, who's a freelance illustrator, is working on the box art, and it's going to be beautiful, because of course it is, because he's pretty good at what he does. But, you know, I figured I'd give him opportunity of first refusal. You know, tell him, I made this game, it needs box art, you want to do it? And I guess he did. So, so it's great. We've talked it over, and I'm pretty sure he knows what I want now. I guess he's working on it. I don't know. But I'm really excited about it. And then after that, I need to design the store page and do the pictures and videos. And then the game's on sale. So a lot of it just hinges on getting that artwork, but I'm expecting to have it up in a month or two for sale. That's so crazy. So that's been my goal for this year. But the fourth tier to publishing for me is Kickstarter. And I don't plan on putting this version of the game on Kickstarter. Just based on other games I've seen on there, it's just not quite a good fit. It's hard to articulate for me. It just doesn't feel right. So I'm going to be putting the second edition of the game, basically, on Kickstarter. And they will play differently. Like the proper first edition, second edition. They're going to have very different deck construction rules and very different card lists. Man, this is impossible. But I'm planning on doing that next year. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff you have to do before you start putting games. You can't just say, hey, this is a finished game, give me money for it. I'm going to need to make a business, and I'm going to need to come up with a print plan and a distribution plan, and have to record a Kickstarter video and all sorts of Kickstarter page design work, and come up with the different tiers, backer tiers, you know, buy a copy of the game, or buy a copy of the game with a little bonus, or give me a ludicrous amount of money for a copy of the game and a big bonus. And, you know, if you're a retailer, then you can get a handful of games at a discount and stuff like that. I need to figure all that stuff out. I need to figure out how much I'd make off of every sale, quote unquote. Figure out realistic final goal. How many thousands of dollars do I actually have to raise to make it worthwhile? And then calculate from there how many more thousands of dollars would I have to raise to make it viable, to improve the quality of the game. You know, give the cards a linen finish, or thicker card stock, or add more cards to the game, you know, and all of those things would be stretch goals. And how many of them would be add-ons? My brother makes playmats, so of course I could do a playmat add-on, but how much would I have to charge for it? It would add to the shipping cost, there's production cost, he'd have to make money doing it, all that stuff. And, you know, it'd be great if every card could have artwork. It's not in the design right now. But how much money would that cost? You know? And I don't want to, like, delay shipping waiting for art to come in. So, that may not be a viable stretch goal, you know? But that is the sort of stretch goal. That's the sort of thing you should do with stretch goals, is if there's enough interest in this game, then I'm going to spend some more money on it. You know, you give me some more money to spend on it, and I will spend it on the game. And again, I want to stress, oh, sniffles. My goal is not to make money. I mean, I'm going to have to pay my artist. And the distributor and the printer, and, you know, it costs money, but I don't need to pocket any of it. I don't care about that. I mean, it'd be great if I made enough money to support the next campaign. That's basically all I want. You know, just to get started. But this is just the beginning. That's my point. This Kickstarter, this isn't my end goal, even though it's my goal for next year. It's just the beginning, because I have a lot of other game designs, and once you get started, you build up your audience. If your games are good, that's my goal, to make good games, then people will want them. And that's great. I mean, I want people. I mean, I want people. I don't care if people want bad games. I want to appeal to people who want good games, if that makes sense. I just want to make good games and let people play them. So I don't know what game I'd be publishing next. Probably Soldiers and Heroes, which is the game I haven't quite finished. Print and play. This is my next print and play game. It sort of feels like it was designed by the same person who designed Dueling, which it was, obviously. So that's a good one. But I also have Team Word, which is my other print and play game. The problem with Team Word, well, there are two problems with it. Number one, I'm tired working on it. And number two, you know, I designed that game to play with my mom, and since she can't play it anymore, it feels like a dead game to me. And number two, it needs graphic design work, which somebody else has to do. So there's only so much I can actually do with that game right now. But it's a great game. Everybody who's played it has loved it. That's a game I should definitely take on the road, get some play testing feedback. That's another thing I have to do with Dueling. The 2nd edition before the Kickstarter is a lot of public play testing and blind play testing as well. Try to find people who are willing to just, you know, people I don't know who will download the print and play version and go play it. And just let me know how it went. But I also need to, you know, one of the really important playtesting activities you have to take is to hand people a copy of the game with the rule book and see what they do. See how they play, how they learn, just with the rule book, without any feedback from you. You have to see it in person. So, you know, you're just sitting there judging them, which is really awkward. That's something you gotta do. So, a lot of things I have to do for this Kickstarter campaign. I can't just do it the next month, you know, after releasing the 1st edition. There's going to be a lot of work to do. But the cards aren't play tested, but most of the cards are, for the 2nd edition, are designed. Because that's the sort of thing I do for fun. Yeah, so I'm excited about it, but I want to play it, and I haven't played it, and I want other people to play it, but I don't want them to judge me. It's stressful. Oh, hey, I made it farther than I ever did after 42 minutes! I made it to another Somley. So this will only take me a couple years to accomplish. Oh, why is my nose still congested today? So yeah, this level. I am anticipating... Well, I may have uploaded it yesterday. I'm going to start the next game on my to-do list before I'm done with this game, because this. What happens if I can't actually do this? I don't want to just sit here and try at this level for a half hour every week. What's the fun in that? I want to actually win. Why? So what else have I been doing? I bought a copy of Mysterium. That game is amazing. If you haven't seen it, I should... Well, I can't put it behind me. That's Tokaido, which is the game I got for Christmas? I think I got it for Christmas. Or my birthday. It was one of those two are pretty close together, so... oh boy, I love that game. I don't get to play it enough because it's... You need 3 players to play it. You don't technically, but you do. But it's such a wonderful game. But I can't put Mysterium back there because some of the cards were damaged and the punch-out pieces were warped and badly cut. And so I contacted the manufacturer and they told me that they think my copy is a counterfeit. And they want me to ship it to them. So, and then they'll just ship me a brand new copy for free. So, you know, whatever. I don't mind. I'd rather have a new copy that isn't messed up. So it's all packed up, ready to ship right now. I'm just waiting for their shipping information. You know, they're going to send me a prepaid label. These jumps would be doable if I had a couple of minutes to do them. But because I'm running, my attitude has changed, actually, because I used to think they were just impossible. But hey, I made it to a new saw blade, guys. But because I'm running, because I don't have time, Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know if I can do it on purpose. I'm going to keep trying, is why I call it grinding. I'm just trying to grind out a victory. I'm going to do the same thing over and over, and eventually it'll work. This is different than watching a speedrunner chase a world record, because they actually know what they're doing. Oh, that Cosmic guy got the new Super Mario Bros. 1 All-Star World Record. He already had it, but he shaved off a little bit of time. Wow, I was way too slow that time. It was like 0.2 or 0.3 of a second. He's trying to get it under 5 minutes, the any percent record. And he's only 0.4 of a second away. But he was 0.8 of a second away, so he made progress. But, you know, watching him, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows every jump. You can't execute them every time, but he can execute them. For me, that's not what's going on here. I don't know. I don't know how to do this right. So that's why it's grinding. I think I'm about to stop this video, actually. Oh yeah, so Mysterium is all packed up, ready to ship, and I'm excited to get the new copy. And of course I bought the 2 expansions to go with it. And of course I mixed them together, and then heard that they want the copy, so I had to unmix them. That's just fun. But they were easy to unmix, because they were definitely visually different. Ooh, whoa! Okay, I feel like I should just mash the jump button when I get there. It'll probably slow me down, but you know, it's not like we're succeeding with what we're doing now. What else am I working on these days? That's about it. I bought a book. That's exciting. For a long time, I've said my favorite book is Doorbell Ring by Rex Stout, which is a Nero Wolfe mystery. And I've been rereading it recently, and the whole time I've been saying, I wish this was the red box, which is another Nero Wolfe mystery by Rex Stout. So I bought the red box. It was like $4.50 on eBay, and I have, you know, I have like 8 or 10 Nero Wolfe books. That's one more. And if it's the best one, if it's my favorite, then I should own a copy. So I really don't care about having physical copies of books, but Nero Wolfe is just so old-fashioned, and it's nice to hold in my hand to read. I just want to have it now. But I don't know for sure if the red box. I've only read red box once, so I don't know. I can't say with confidence that it's my favorite book, but it's the one I've been wanting to read while I'm reading this other one. So, you know, whatever. Bought a bunch of card sleeves for Mysterium. Mysterium is weird. It comes with cards of 3 different sizes, and I love sleeving my games. For one thing, it's pleasant. You know, actually having sleeved cards. They look good. They feel good. They're easier to shuffle most of the time. If you buy good sleeves, they are. And of course, they protect the cards, so the game will last a lot longer. But the actual act of sleeving the cards is really enjoyable to me. It's just, you know, one card at a time. Pick it up, put it in a sleeve, put it down. Pick it up, put it in a sleeve, put it down. That sort of thing. It pleases my brain in weird ways. I just like it. And since Mysterium has 3 different card sizes, it's quite the ordeal to sleeve the whole thing. Fortunately, I had leftover sleeves of 2 of the sizes, the big ones and the medium ones. The small ones I had to buy more of. I did. That's why Tokaido is out. Tokaido has tiny card sleeves. They're called Mini Euro, the size of the cards. Mini Euro. If you go to Mayday's sleeves and look up Mini Euro sleeves, they fit the Tokaido cards. And they fit the little Mysterium cards. So I pulled those out to see if they were the same size. And they are. Or they'll use the same sleeves anyway. But I bought 1 package or 2 packages or whatever of Mini Euro card sleeves for Tokaido, and there were only maybe 10 left over. And Mysterium needs 30, 40 something. So, I needed to buy another package. But they are delightful sleeves. I have them. They arrived in the mail today. I haven't unboxed them. You don't want to watch that. I'm not going to do that unboxing video. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do all my unboxing all with sleeves. I could sleeve all my games on camera. All right, this is my last attempt. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's quiet time for me. It's just a nice time. So I can sleeve whatever cards that were in the expansions, the mini cards. Since I'm waiting for a full copy of the game. Sometimes the timing on the trail that's following me seems different. Sometimes it doesn't seem as caught up as other times. I know that was my last attempt, but I'm not done talking. So this attempt doesn't count. Alright. On that note. So next week, there might not be a video of this game. I might start the next game, but I still need to try to do this sometime. So I guess I'll just do it without commentary on my own until I succeed. That'll be a plan. I just realized my recording window was off-center this whole time. Just a tiny line on the right side. Everybody, this is my Bertrudor playing Super Meat Boy. Thanks for watching.